Hey guys, what's going on? kh2fm here. Today I'm bringing you another video on another guide for Kingdom Hearts 2. Today we are going to be talking about how to level fast for every single form in the game. So let's start off with the video. So for the first form we have is Valor, and the easiest place to do this is come down to the chamber with all the treasure in Agrabah, and after your first visit there should be a mushroom 13 here, one of the mushroom 13, and what you gotta do is just go Valor, start the fight, and just keep whacking at it. And Valor levels from the amount of hits you output on an enemy. For instance, if you output 1 hit, 1 XP happens, but if you output like 20 hits, 20 XP. So it depends on the amount of hits you do. And you can just keep doing it over and over, and if you need to, you can just come back out, go to a save point, world map, then come back and you'll have full drive. So that is going to be how to level Valor fast. Now let's move on to the next one. So for this next form, what I like to do is I like to come over to Timeless River here and go Wisdom, because Wisdom levels from the amount of Heartless defeated. So what I like to do is I like to go into these doors, and what happens when these doors is a lot of Heartless spawn. So you can just keep killing them over and over with either fire, magnet, whatever you have, whatever you want. And eventually, once all the Heartless are gone out of these doors, or you need to go back, you can just go out of these doors, like so. And you won't get full drive, but once you go out of this door, you will get full drive. So you'll go revert back to normal store, and you'll have full drive again. So that is the easiest way, other than the world that never was. Because there is a way in the world that never was. Before Roxas, there's a bunch of Heartless, like shadows, that spawn before Roxas. Honestly, that is the easiest way, but if you don't have that option because you beat the game and or you gotta beat Roxas, then you can always come here and get all these Heartless. So that is the easiest way, in my opinion, to level up Wisdom form. So yeah, that is Wisdom form, how to level it quick. Alright, so for this next one, we are going back to Agrabah, the treasure room, and we are gonna level up Limit Form. So how to level up Limit Form quick is the same way you would Valor, except the thing is with Limit Form, each finisher of Limit Form, for instance, each finisher of Sonic Rave, each finisher of Strike Raid, it all, except for like normal combos like this, but, so, each finisher of Sonic Rave, you do each finisher of Blast Arcanum, Strike Raid Infinity, equals 1 XP, so just keep coming down here, use Sonic Rave a couple times, and if you're running out of form and or running out of magic, either, well, you could have ethers on you, which would help a lot, but if you're forms right now, you can always just come out of this room, go into the save point, and world map it. So you can just go straight back to world map, straight back in, start leveling Limit all over again. And honestly, it's the easiest route for Valor and Limit, since it's literally a room over from the save point. So that is the easiest way, in my opinion, how to level Limit form. Let's move on to the next form. Alright, so for this next form, we are going to be leveling Master form, and this one's an interesting form, because you don't get it for defeating Heartless, or you don't get it for doing hits, or you don't get it for finishing combos. Instead, how you get it leveled is you get drive orbs from Heartless, and you can only get them from Heartless, so it's basically defeating Heartless, and every drive orb you get depends on how much XP you get. I believe the big ones are 3 or 5, and the small ones are like 1 or 2. So the easiest way to level Master form, in my opinion, there are a couple different ways. You can always go to Beast Castle and grind the parlor, but there's just too many high level Heartless and too much, like, I wouldn't say high level, but there's too much high health Heartless is what I should be saying, and it's just not worth it, in my opinion. So my favorite way of doing it, you could do it a number of ways. You could go Hollow Bash, which I'm going to show you in a second. That also works. So what my favorite way to do is put on, where is it? Put on Drive Converter. And basically what that does is it converts money and magic orbs, or money and whatever, to drive orbs, so that way you can level Master faster. For instance, come down and get into this tower, come over here, start a fight with one of them, or start one of the gambling games, and basically instead of money you're getting, you're just about to get drive orbs. Am I about to return? No, got it. Instead you get drive orbs. You can, I believe, have more than one. Oh, well, alright. But the good thing about this is that once your form runs out, once your form of the dice or the card runs out, you have instant form again, and or you can just leave this place and go back in. Leave the store, or not. But yeah, that is honestly the easiest way, in my opinion, of leveling Master Form I found. But there is also a different way, which I'm going to show you right now, after I get out of this form. So I'll cut to that then, so I'll be right back. The other form of leveling in which I find the easiest is to go to the Crystal Fissure in Hollow Bastion. And basically what you want to do is you want to go to Ravine Trail, and there's a lot of Cyclo and Heartless here, and there's a lot of just Heartless in general here, so you can just keep doing this, destroy these guys. These guys develop like big drive orbs, so you can either grind here or do the Jensen's Tower thing, like I said, having the drive converter. Honestly, I find Jensen's Tower easier. However, if you have low drive, I'd honestly go here, because Jensen's Tower, you have to go down a flight of stairs, so it's going to waste some time. But if you have to, just lose the game and your form reverts. But honestly, I just say here is the best option at low levels, and then higher levels I'd say Jensen's Tower. But make sure you do have drive converter. If you don't have drive converter as an option, this also is another good option. Same with Beast Castle, but I don't like doing that because there are a lot of high health Heartless. So at least here there's not like a lot spawning at once. So yeah, so that's an easy way to level up Master Form. Let's move on to the final form. Literally, final form. Alright, so this next form is kind of, you need to unlock it separately. It's kind of like a secret form that you can unlock. But in order to unlock this form, basically you just go to a random drive, and eventually it'll pop up. But you can only get it after Roxas. So the best way to do this is come over to Olympus Coliseum, put on To Become One, which you get from Roxas, which increases the chance of getting either anti-form or final form, so you have a greater chance of either getting either. So basically what you want to do, the easiest route or easiest way to do it is by going into the Cerberus Cup and just go to a drive. If it's not final, then quit out. So you can do any form, whatever. I got anti, so I'll just quit out, and I'll have full drive again. I can just do it over and over until I get it, which shouldn't be too long, depends. Anti.
Give me strength. Light.
There you go. There's final form. So it did take a bit, but eventually you will unlock it, so that's how you unlock final form. Now let's get to leveling guys to final form. Alright, so I did put a guide of how to get final form. There's going to be a clip before this that shows you how to get final form. So what you want to do with final form is you want to come to Twilight Town, and you can't get final form until after Roxas, which I put in the clip before, and I put a guide how to get it easily. But okay, so for final form, the easiest way to level, in my opinion, is either come here or the world that never was. So I'll show you what I mean here. So if you have low form, you know, like, you're not going to be able to do a world that never was, because the easiest way for that I'll show you in a minute. But so what you do is you come down here, and you just keep casting Firaga, and eventually it'll level. So how to level up final form is every nobody killed. It's kind of like Wisdom, except it's every nobody instead of every Heartless. And I'm getting Dance with, holy like, oh my god, that was a lot. So yeah, just keep demolishing with final form Firaga, and then come back, go all the way back. You can also defeat these guys if you have enough form, but this is just for low form, which is why I say just go to that room, and then just glide back to the save point, and go back to world map. So I'm going to show you the second easiest way to level up final form if your final form is leveled. So, in my opinion, the most fun way to level final form and the fastest way, when you are leveled a bit, I wouldn't come here when you're under leveled with final form, because these guys have such high health and it's going to take a while to defeat, and their gauge goes down every hit you make, obviously, so it's going to take a little bit. But the thing is, if you leveled your form in Twilight Town, and let's say it's level 5 or 4 or whatever, you should have enough form to come here and just completely wreck all the nobodies here. And what I like doing is I like going from the top 4 until I can't anymore. If I know I can't, there's always a save point in every other room, so I can just glide there or whatever, and then just go back to the world map. Or you could just grind here for a little bit, like grind this room, and then go back up to the floor. And I'll show you in a second. just go in here. Oh, I have a berserker. Just go in here, and then you should have full form again, because you're at a stopping point. So that is the easiest way to level forms, in my opinion. I hope you guys did like it. Hope you guys use this as your guide to level, because honestly, in my opinion, I find it the fastest route. But that's just in my opinion. You guys may have other different ways, which is perfectly fine. I'd love to hear other ways you guys level forms, because I would always love to try those out and see if it actually does help a bit more in my methods. But I'm glad to hear more opinions and open opinions. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.